In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make your own gaskets using CAD and CNC technology. You may have seen one of these before. Perhaps your wife has one, or you saw one at your girlfriend's house, or like me, you borrowed it from your mom. Now there's a few different kinds of CNC cutting machines. This one in particular is called a Cricut Maker. Although this machine is usually used to cut vinyl to make stickers and stuff like that, you can actually use this to make gaskets. A new primary cover gasket for this bike probably costs about $7, but for the sake of the tutorial in the video, I'm going to show you guys how you can make your own anyways. Now I'm using this information to recreate a gasket that's, like I said, $7 online. Do I recommend doing that? No, I'd recommend buying the $7 gasket. However, this information can be used in cases where maybe you can't find gaskets online. As you can see, we've already designed our gasket using the Autodesk Fusion 360 software. If you don't know how to do that and you want to learn how, I'll put a link to a video that we've posted showing exactly how to do this. Moving on, we're going to talk about how to set up your Cricut cutter to cut gaskets, starting off with the grip mats. Now these Cricut cutters have a mat. It's called a, you stick the material to the mat. The most common one is a 12 by 12, but as you can tell, that's not going to work for me. So fortunately, they actually also sell 12 by 24 mats, which will work beautifully. Now, along with having a different size mat, they also have 3 different grip strengths. This green is a standard grip. Blue is a light grip. We're definitely not going to use that. And purple is a strong grip. We'll most likely use the purple. Before you get started, you're going to want to make sure you have the right cutting blade. This silver one is the standard extra fine cutting blade. You're going to want to use the black one. It's a deep cutting blade. That'll really help get through the gasket material a lot easier. Now, other than the physical blades, there's a lot of material settings in the program that will tell the machine how to cut through things, how deep to push. There's a lot of variables. I'm going to show you the best way that I've found to cut through gasket material. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to go to the home screen for Cricut. Lynn, that's my mom. Thanks, Mom. You want to go to Manage Custom Materials. Now the best option that I've found for cutting this rubber fiber gasket material is, ironically, cereal box. See, now a lot of people use cereal boxes to make gaskets. I've done it. So when you edit it, you can leave the pressure alone. I left that at 348. It works perfectly fine. The only thing I changed was the amount of times that it cuts. I put it on 2. It's just less likely to tear when you take it apart. You can save that and you're good to go. Now, just because these settings work for me doesn't mean they'll work for you. There's all different kinds of thicknesses of gasket material. There's all different kinds of gasket materials. So what I would recommend doing is taking a scrap piece, putting it through the machine, testing it a few times until you find a setting that cuts perfectly for you. You can find a simple shape that you can test. We'll do a heart. It's only about 2 inches. It's as easy as that. You just throw a shape down, make sure that it's lined up in the same place where your gasket material is on the mat. They make it extremely easy. Even the hanger is there. You really can't mess it up. So now that you got your settings all set, you can go to New Project, go to Upload, Upload Image. You can upload that SVG file that we saved from Fusion 360. Upload that. Now this has been probably the most time-consuming part, other than actually building the file in Fusion 360. I can't find an easier way to get rid of the white in here. You see how there's a grid back here? You click Make It. It wants to cut it out like this, and that ain't right. I've tried Control, selecting everything, attaching it all together. It just makes it one solid unit. So the only way that I have found to be able to do this is you got to find this body, hold Control, and select this body, slice them, and you go to the top, and you select both of those again, delete, and you're left with the outer ring. So it basically cut out the section on the inside, but you're still left with an outer ring without any holes. So you're going to want to do the same thing, select, hold Control, and press slice, and delete these. Hold Control, do it again, slice, hold Control, select both of these, delete, and you're just going to keep doing that until they are all deleted. Alright, so I'm done cutting out all my holes. I'm done splicing everything. It's looking good. We got perfect looking gasket right there. So we are ready to make it. I was going to tell you that it's bigger. If you're making a big gasket, it's going to tell you it's bigger. Yours might be small, so you might not have to worry about this. You can just click OK anyways. Continue. It's going to make sure you're connected to your printer. Now you're going to make sure that you select the cereal box. And done. We got our cereal box. I also like to just, for the hell of it, put the more pressure on. It just saves you in the end, because you don't really want to waste a whole sheet of gasket material when it doesn't cut it all the way through, or you start taking it apart and it's just getting caught in tears. Nobody wants that in their gasket. And as soon as you do that, you're ready to go. Now on the Cricut, there should be a light flashing. This little forward and backwards arrow button. That just means you're ready to load your mat. You can go ahead and put the mat in the grooves that's there and push the button, and it'll pull it right in. Now you're just going to wait for it to calibrate and do its thing, and then the Cricut light will start flashing. And you can just go ahead and push that, and it's going to go and cut. Now you're just going to push that flashing light again, and it's going to dispense it, and there you go. You got a gasket. All you got to do is remove the excess. And there you have it. You've got your fresh CNC'd Cricut printed gasket. Alright, there we go. We've successfully made our own gasket. If you guys liked watching this video and you want to see more like it, do me a favor, like this video and subscribe, because there'll be plenty more where that came from. Oh, and maybe buy some merch or something so I can put some heat in here, because it's cold.